Hey guys, it is April the 10th, 2024, and today I'm going to be doing another cooking video. And today's video is going to be a pecan crusted chicken. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll see that I received a package from one of the subscribers, Jackie, and some of the items that she included in the package, I figured, why not go ahead and do a cooking video today and incorporate some of those ingredients that she sent me yesterday. I figured it'd be a good opportunity for one, to use some of these items and do just something a little bit different, and as well, just let you guys just check out something different. See that that you can do all kinds of liver healthy recipes. It doesn't just have to be butternut squash, which I've used multiple times in my video, but like I said, I had a lot of butternut squash in my freezer I was trying to get rid of, so I figured why not use that instead of going to the grocery store and buying a bunch of stuff. But today, like I said, we're going to be doing a pecan crusted chicken, and I'm also going to do a cool cantaloupe salad with cucumber, cilantro, the tahini that Jackie sent me. So I think that you guys are really going to like today's recipe. We're also going to serve today's dish with an avocado mousse, which is going to be our sauce for our dish today. This is going to be one of those recipes, and I'm just kind of coming up with this on a whim. But I think that today's recipe is going to be one of those ones that one is really, really healthy. It's very high in protein, very low in carbohydrates, very healthy, got a lot of vitamins and nutrients, protein. Pecans are one of those nuts that are one of the lowest in carbohydrates out of all of the nuts. They're just really, really tasty. Pecans are my favorite nut out of all of the nuts, and second are cashews, my second favorite, and then peanuts probably, which aren't actually a nut, they're actually a legume. But like I said, we're gonna do a pecan crusted chicken, and I think you guys are gonna find today's recipe to be real simple. I'm gonna show you guys one of my tricks. This is one of those things that a lot of chefs don't do. They don't share their secrets with people because it's one of those things, a lot of chefs want to keep their secrets in their cuff because, it makes it look like what they're doing is a little bit more difficult than what it actually is. But like I said, today I'm going to show you my secrets and my tricks. I don't mind sharing these things with people. I'd rather show you guys how to do it and how to do it really simple. A lot of times when people bread things like chicken, they do an egg wash. And that takes a lot of time. It makes a huge mess in your kitchen. You gotta get your egg wash, your flour, and then you gotta get your breading, whatever that is. And it creates such a mess. Today I'm gonna show you a secret, how to bread things without a whole lot of work involved. Very simple to do, and I think it's gonna blow you away. The method I'm gonna show you will make things stick to whatever protein that you're using, and there's not a lot of work behind it. So with that said, let's go ahead and go over these ingredients that we have for today. I'm gonna turn this camera down a little bit. So we have, I've got some tomatoes here. Just got some tomatoes on the vine, and we don't need that many. I've just got 8 here right now. And then I've got some cilantro that I've already washed and patted down. We're going to be incorporating that into today's recipe. I do have a cantaloupe, and this guy right here is a little bit overripe. It's got a couple soft spots in it. So it's one of the reasons I want to get this used up today. So we're going to make that cool salad out of this. I've also got 2 cucumbers that I've already washed and cleaned up. These are ready to go. I've got 1 onion. I've got actually 2 lemons. And I have 3 avocados here that we're going to be using today as well. Some sour cream. And I've got the light sour cream here today. We have some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, some sea salt, some black pepper. I've said this in other videos, but please use the whole peppercorns. The flavor profile on the whole peppercorns versus the already ground up pepper that you buy in the store is a completely different monster. I've got the tahini that we're gonna put in our cold cucumber salad today. And then I've got these hatch green chili pecans that Jackie sent me. You could use any kind of pecans. The one thing with using something like these candy pecans is that there's gonna be, I think there's probably a little bit of sugar in here. No, there's no sugar in these at all. But these are already roasted. So we gotta be really careful so that we don't burn the nuts. So we wanna make sure, one, that our oven is set at 350 or either 325 because we wanna let the chicken cook and not let the nuts burn. That is a very, very bad taste when nuts get burnt like that. One, it'll stink your house up, and two, it just does not taste good. So we want to be really mindful of the chicken, making sure that we don't burn it. Another thing too that you want to be mindful of in today's recipe is I would put the chicken towards the bottom of your oven, not towards the top, so that the element is not sitting right above your chicken, you know, and it might scald those nuts. Now, towards the end, I might move it up to the top just to get a little bit of color on them. And but we're gonna let the chicken cook first before I do that. So, with that said, let's go ahead now, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn my oven on, like I said, to 350, and we'll get that started warming up. I'm gonna get this stuff back over here. And the first thing that we're gonna need to do today is we need to get our chicken out, and we're gonna cut that in half, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to bread this up. So I'm gonna pause the camera for one. All right, guys. So I have our chicken here, and I have our pan. Let me bring this in just a little bit. All right. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take these chicken breast, and I just have chicken breast, boneless chicken breast that we're gonna be using for today. And as you can see, these breasts are rather large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these in half just to get the volume of them just a little bit smaller, so they are going to cook a little bit faster. Because like I said, we don't want the pecans to get burnt. And I'm just trimming off just a little bit of this fat off of here, and we're just cutting these, like I said, in half. And I don't have a meat mallet, which if you have a meat mallet, to pound these out just a little bit and just kind of flatten them out, just so they cook a little bit more even, really helps out a lot. So we're gonna start off with these chicken breasts right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our pan here, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on it, and I'm just going to take a paper towel. I don't have any spray, any Pam spray, which should be really good for this. I'm out, but this works just as well. So I'm just going to take a paper towel with this olive oil and just spread it out along the pan to make sure it's nice and greased. And we're going to be using that to bake off our chicken. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead really quick, and I'm going to take these pecans and I'm going to grind these up. I'm going to throw them into my blender. And I've just got this little blender cup. I'm going to throw these in here, and I'm just going to pulse them. I'm going to do it really quick. Oh wow, these are really good. So I'm just going to toss this in here. And I'm just going to throw them on really fast. And we don't want these to be just like finely ground up. And I probably put too many in here. We just want to get them a nice coarse, chop on them. And you could do this by hand as well. So if I have any big pieces that I need to get, chopped up a little bit better, that's probably what I'm going to go ahead and do. So I'm just going to throw these chopped nuts in here, and I can just break up the last little bit by hand. You know, you want them to have a little bit of texture to it, so you don't want them to be too fine. I'll probably chop these up just a little bit too fine, but it's still got some nice little chunks of nuts in here, as you can see, and we want to keep that. We don't want it to be so fine that it's like a powder. We really want these to be, you know, around this size right here, a little bit smaller than a pea, but these are going to work really well. And I'm just going to finish crushing up these little bit of nuts I have here, just like that. And what we're going to do, set this aside for now. Now you will need a blender for the last part. Now you could use an immersion blender to make the avocado cream, but the little bullet blender that I have is going to be your best option for doing what I'm doing with the avocado cream. So let me throw this in the trash. And here is going to be the trick for our chicken. Mayonnaise, okay? And that's going to be what we're going to use to make our pecans stick to our chicken. So I'm going to put on some gloves. I don't like touching raw meat, just because for the simple fact that I just hate having to wash my hands so much in between doing things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a quick little season on my chicken. And we're going to get the skin, the smooth side of the chicken. Now you're gonna have two sides with this chicken, of course, but that's gonna be the side that we're gonna use. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of pepper on these. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a spoon. And a little bowl, because we do not want to cross-contaminate our mayonnaise with our chicken. So I'm using Duke's here. Best mayonnaise in the world, in my opinion. So just a little bit of mayo here. And then we're going to take our mayonnaise and we're just going to put a little bit of mayonnaise on our chicken, okay? And you can see I'm just spreading it out nice and even on here. And it doesn't take a heck of a lot, just a little bit. And you just want to make sure that you've got enough to make the nuts stick. And we're only going to worry about doing this on one side of the chicken. So we're going to take the chicken and we're going to dunk it right into the nuts. I'll turn this down so you guys can see. So we got one chicken right there. Once again, I'm going to take this mayonnaise and just spread just a little bit on here. And this is a very, very simple, easy way to bread things. You can do this with anything. You could have panko or crackers or corn chips. You could use anything to bread. You could use this method to bread seafood with, especially fish. I used to use this method all the time for breading fish. It's a very, very easy method to do this. So I'm just gonna spread some more on here. Put that right into my nuts. You just kind of just want to just pat it down just a little bit. Just kind of fill in those last little bit of areas. And there we go. So now that we have that done, we are going to go ahead, our oven is ready to go. We're going to go ahead and toss this into the oven. And like I said, I'm going to put that on the middle rack. We're going to let that go in the oven for, we're going to say about 12 minutes for now. And then we're going to check it and see how it looks. You know, one of the biggest things about cooking is cleaning as you go. If you start making a mess, and things start getting all mixed up and you don't know what's going on, I'm a very big stickler on cleaning as I go and making sure that I'm keeping my environment clean as I'm going along. You know, for one, you don't want to cross-contaminate. Two, just keeping organized just makes things so much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and then we're going to go ahead and get our cool cucumber and cantaloupe salad together. All right, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and move on and start getting this, this salad done. I'm going to go ahead and get my gloves on. I like to wear gloves when I'm working, like I said, so I don't have to keep washing my hands over and over again. But the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do today is I'm going to go ahead and get this cucumber and this cantaloupe cleaned up. And I'm gonna take this Target bag that I have here, and like I've said in the past, I take all of our vegetable scraps, and they get fed to our animals. Our pigs absolutely love them, so this stuff does not get wasted. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this cantaloupe up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove both ends and just cut the skin off. I can see a couple places where this is a little bit soft. We'll just remove that. Cut right down the middle. Grab a spoon. And I usually save these seeds for my garden, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to go ahead and get them out of here so that the animals can have them. I have enough of these seeds right now. I'm just going to get the guts out of here. Alright. This is going to be a really simple salad to make. I'm going to keep this bag right here because we're going to put all the rest of our scrap in there. And cut this up like this. Remove these little bits. I'm going to cut these, I'm going to dice this cantaloupe up into pieces about this size right here. About the size of the end of your thumb. We've got our bowl right here. We're just going to toss these in. Just going to do a quick dice. Do not have to be perfect. Toss those in there. Cantaloupe, and now set these scraps right here to the side. I'm gonna eat those cantaloupe pieces right there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get an onion, and I know you're thinking, ooh, onion and cantaloupe, but yes. And if you don't like the onion, don't worry about adding it. Once again, these pieces of the onion, I save all these. These get saved for stock later on. Now, the one thing I will say is one little trick or a tip is don't ever cut onions on a cutting board and then cut fruit on it after. If you do, this needs to be scrubbed down really well, or your fruit is going to taste like onions. I'm going to go ahead and just julienne these, and I'm going to make it really thin. And I'm just going sideways on the onion. So I'm taking the onion, laying it like this, and then cutting, or just julienning the onion. And the thing with onions is we want them to be kind of thin because we want those to get kind of soft. I've got some tomatoes here. And we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these up into quarters. Toss them in. I'm going to pull these off the vine. Like I said, we're going to cut these into quarters. You could use whatever kind of tomato that you have laying around your house. It doesn't necessarily have to be these type. I just thought the presentation would be just a little bit nicer, and these are what I had in my fridge anyway. So that's what I'm using for today. So once again, I'm just cutting these up into little quarters. I'm going to toss these in. And the cantaloupe and all this stuff, it's going to be kind of sweet and savory. Cantaloupe is, one of those fruits. If you've ever had it with like prosciutto wrapped around it, that's a really popular way of serving cantaloupe, especially like an antipasto or something like that. And it goes really well, sweet and savory. So I'm just going to take this cucumber, just cut the ends off, and I'm just going to just remove just a little bit of this skin. I'm just going to go around it like 5 times. I'm not going to completely skin these. And, you know, I want to keep a little bit of that skin on there just for color's sake. In fact, I'm just going to toss them in here today. Just get rid of them. And I'm going to take these just for presentation. We're going to cut these up again into, I'm going to cut them into quarters. And I'm not going to worry about removing the seeds either. I really wanted to have English cucumbers, but I ran to the store this morning to grab some, and the English cucumbers they had did not look good at all. They were really slimy. The English cucumbers are the ones that are wrapped up in the saran wrap. When you go to the store, they're really long and thinner than a regular cucumber. But like I said, the cucumbers they had did not look good, so I was not using those. Now we're going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to pour just about 2 tablespoons in there. That's it. And we're going to add a little bit of salt to this. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. Okay. A little more got stuck to my glove there. And we're going to throw some black pepper in here. And do this to what your taste is, whatever you like. I mean, if you like a lot of black pepper, add a lot of black pepper. I love black pepper. If you don't like black pepper, don't add it. It's totally up to you. This is just, like I said, just a jumping point for you. You do not have to do it exactly how I do. We're going to take this tahini. We're going to throw a little bit of that in there as well. This is really going to make it taste nice. Add a little bit of that chili to it. Alright. And then we have 2 more ingredients to add in here. So I'm going to take 1 lemon, roll this really quick. I got my lemon juicer. You don't have to use this. You can actually, you can take a spoon or something like that and kind of just run it on the inside of the lemon to squeeze it out if you want. I just have one of these laying around. I add lemon juice to my protein shakes every day, so I bought one of these. So we have 1 lemon juice in there. And then last but not least, we're going to add some cilantro. And I don't care about the stems. You do whatever you like. I don't mind eating the stems of the cilantro, and as long as you chop it up really fine, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to chop this up. I've never been one of those people that's picked all the stems out of cilantro. I actually like the crunch, and I like the way they taste. So I'm just going to chop this up. Get a nice fine chop really quick. And you want to take this salad, you don't want to eat this immediately. You're going to want to let this kind of marinate for just a little bit. Alright, so we have our cilantro. We're going to toss that in. Alright, and we're going to mix this up. We have our cucumber, cantaloupe, tomato, onion, lemon juice, tahini, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's it. And we'll give this a little taste. Tastes very good, very good. You have that nice sweetness from the cantaloupe, and it's not really overbearing, but the cantaloupe and the cucumber go really well together. The cilantro just brings another little bit of freshness to it. The onion is just going to bring a little bit of savoriness. Just trust me when I tell you this is a really good dish. So I'm going to throw this into my fridge. If I can find some room. And we're going to let that go. And I'm going to let that marinate for about half an hour. And what you're going to notice as it sits in the fridge, it's going to start pulling the moisture out of the cucumber, the cantaloupe, and what we're going to do is we're going to mix that one last time, and we're going to drain that liquid off because we don't want a bunch of liquid hanging around on our plate when we go to plate this up. But as far as that's concerned, that's pretty much it. All we have left to do now is make our avocado mousse, and I'm going to clean this mess up, and we're going to do that next. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this avocado mousse going. So, once again, I got my my little mixer, thingamajigger, And we are going to get this done, and this is going to be really simple and fast. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut these avocados in half. This one isn't the ripest in the world. But it'll work for what we're doing today. I'm just going to cut these into little cubes just to make it easier to blend. Alright, so we're going to scoop these 2 avocados into our mixer. I had to run to the grocery store this morning and grab some avocados. I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, and I went to the grocery store really quick, and the one that's closest to me, they don't have the best produce in the world, and I didn't want to run all the way into town to get produce, and I knew I was going to be dealing with something like this, but it is what it is. It'll work for today. Scoop them into our blender. Right. Last one. My chicken's in the oven right now cooking, and shouldn't have too much. I just got about 7 minutes on it. I set the timer for 12 minutes, so we'll check it out. And like I said, the oven is set at 350. All right, so we have our avocados. We're gonna go ahead and I've got just a little bit of cilantro here. You do not have to have the cilantro if you don't like cilantro. The thing about cilantro is not everybody likes cilantro. I think it's something like 50% of the population does not like it because they say it tastes like soap. And it's just, you know, whatever I guess your genetic makeup is, if it tastes funny to you or not. But you know, it's one of those things. Not everybody likes cilantro. So if you don't like cilantro, don't add it to the recipes. It'll work out just fine if you don't. You can delete anything that you want out of these recipes. So I'm going to take the juice of 1 lemon. The lemon juice as well is going to keep the avocado from getting brown. The lemon juice prevents that from happening. So we're going to add that. Plus it adds a little bit of zing to it, a little bit of flavor. I'm going to throw a little bit of this tahini in here as well. Once again, another one of those things, you do not have to put this in if you don't want to. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper in here. So I've got 2 avocados, 1 juiced lemon, about that much of cilantro. I mean, just however much cilantro you want to put in there is really up to you. There's no specific that you have to do here. And then I'm going to put some sour cream in this. And the sour cream is going to help, like, just bring this, you know, more like a, and I'm going to put, for right now, a half cup of sour cream in here. And we're going to see how this turns out. Alright. We'll put the lid on this, and then we're going to blend this up. I'm going to put this on pause while I do this. Alright guys, so the avocado cream is done, and as you can see, it's nice and smooth. Very good. So I'm going to let this chill out for a second, and let's go ahead and see if the chicken is done. And it looks like, oh, glasses are all fogged up here, but as you can see, we have our nice pecan crusted chicken. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this just hang out for a minute. We're going to let all the juices kind of suck back into the chicken. If we were to go and try to cut into this right now, the juices are just going to dump right out of it. It's just not going to be good. So we want to let that rest for about 10-15 minutes before we do anything else with it. I'm going to let that chill out, and I'm actually going to go ahead and take a little bit of this avocado cream here. I'm going to add it to a squeeze bottle, and I'm going to use that. You don't have to do this step. I'm just going to do it for today, just for aesthetics. I just want it to look nice when I plate. But I'm going to put this in the fridge because it did get kind of warm blending in this. You know, it creates friction and it will heat it up. So I'm going to put this in the fridge, let this cool. I'm going to let this chicken chill out for just a minute and just kind of rest. And in a few minutes, I'm going to come back on and we're going to go ahead and plate this all up. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, here's the last step. And I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. So I'm going to bring this in here. And what I have is I've got our avocado mousse here. I've got a squeeze bottle here that I put a little bit of this. And all I did was I took a Ziploc bag, put a little bit of that in there, cut the tip of it off, and then put the tip inside of the bottle and squeezed it in. And we have our cucumber and cantaloupe salad here as well. So, I'm gonna get myself some gloves on really quick. And we're gonna plate this up. And this will only take a second. So, the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab a spoon. And we are going to put just a little bit of this on our plate. And then I'm going to take our salad here. We're just going to put just a little bit of that on the plate like that. All right. And then we are going to get our chicken. Let me see which breast I want to use. We'll use this one right here. And I'm going to cut this on the bias. We're going to lay this out just like that. And I went and picked a little bit of fresh parsley out of my garden. And I'm going to take this and put just a little bit of our avocado mousse right on top of our chicken. Just like that. And that's it, guys. Do a quick wipe down on this plate. And there we go. This is our pecan crusted chicken. Let me get a little bit more light over here. Here we go. Well, if I can get the light right here. Anyway, so we have our pecan crusted. This is the green chili pecans. You could just use plain pecans. But the pecan crusted chicken that was done with the mayonnaise, and this is just plain boneless, skinless chicken breast with a couple dollops of the avocado mousse on top. And then as you can see, I just did a drop and drag with the avocado mousse underneath. That will help keep everything in place here. And then I've got our cool cucumber and cantaloupe salad with just a nice piece of fresh parsley on top. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was rather long, but yeah, unfortunately I like to talk a lot. So anyway, and you know I like to add a little bit of tips and stuff like that in there as I'm doing these videos. But anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you guys tried this out. Let me know in the comments section if you did and how your dish turned out, and you know, any variations to this recipe you want to do, you know, go right ahead. Like I said, this is just jumping board, just, you know, just a quick little, you know, starter for you, and you can adjust this however you like. You know, if you'd like to add something else to your avocado mousse, maybe something like some roasted red peppers or something like that, you know, the sky's the limit. Do whatever you'd like. You could throw some roasted red peppers into that salad. That'd be really nice as well. But anyway, like I said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section if you guys tried it out and how it turned out. I would greatly appreciate it. Last but not least, I do want to throw in that we did get a new shipment of the hats in. They are back on the Amazon store, so if you guys are interested, the link is in the description for today's video. And that's it. Hope you guys have a great day today. I'm about to clean this mess up, and actually I'm gonna take my kids to the movies. We're gonna go see that new Kong movie today, so really excited about getting to go spend the day with my boys. So y'all have a great day today, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.